Channel 10's Festival of Parades. I'm Bill Murphy along with Marlene, Santa's helper Schneider.
Yeah. I'm one of Santa's elves
You
this
know,
year.
you wear that
Do you
hat
like it?
I think it works.
This was from last year's parade in Tampa.
I remember when we got it. Now we're on the St. Petersburg side, and today we're going to be bringing you coverage of both the events here in St. Petersburg, which is this year titled the St. Petersburg Times Santa Parade, and then we'll be going over to Tampa to see Al Ruechel for Tampa's Festival of Trees.
And we sort of have a color man down there. The weatherman today is our color man, Dennis Feltgen from News Center 10 at 5 o'clock, is our roving reporter down there on the floor of the parade. And we want to say good morning and Merry Christmas to you, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
And the same to you, Bill and Marlene. Looking good out here. You said I'm on the ground. Actually, I'm a couple of feet in the air. Christmas is a time for kids of all ages, and it looks like we have all ages represented here. How you doing, kids? Good. Where are we? Santa's sleigh. Are we keeping it warmed up for him? Well, I guess we'll have to. We won't be in the meteorologist. Oh, he sure will. He'll be at the end. Being the meteorologist that I am, you know, we're keeping things warm. Let's see if the air is going to cooperate. Here's the weather forecast for the start of the parade. Yeah, it's working out. Mostly sunny skies. A start up about 60 degrees. Should warm up to near 70 by the end of the parade. Okay, it's not a North Pole type of weather, but hey, this is West Central Florida. We like this sort of thing down here. Bill and Marlene, I'm going to be roving the sidelines here, checking out the sights and the sounds of this parade, and we'll have more for you in just a couple of minutes. Back
All right,
to you.
Dennis. Thank you so very much. I don't know about you. This is perfect weather.
Are we not blessed?
Oh, it's just beautiful. And since we're here in St. Petersburg, on the water, we have a cool breeze. And speaking of cool people, a fellow you know very, very well.
Right, my good buddy Al Ruechel. He has our old duties that we had together last year at the Tampa parade.
He's down in Tampa covering the Festival of Trees, blue sweater and all. Good morning, Al.
Hi, Al.
Don't you love it? You know, when we were talking about putting this parade together, Dennis Feltgen was going to put a separate forecast for Tampa. Can you believe that? 5 miles across the bay, and it's going to be a different forecast. Well, it is beautiful here. Beautiful, sunny, and 95. Well, maybe not 95, but it is glorious weather here. Of course, we're waiting for the big parade to begin here, and we have something here in Tampa that you don't have in St. Petersburg. 4 very large filled helium balloons that hopefully will make it down this street with no trouble, as we've already got several hundred people, maybe even thousands right along the street right now lining up to see the parade. We'll have more than 80 units here. Our parade is set to begin at 10:30 this afternoon. Already we had the run for fun this morning. More than 3,000 people were out here. I was not one of those running, but they all wanted to recruit Bill Murphy. They thought, we got to get this guy out here and have him running. You know, we know that he likes to lose weight and likes to do all of this kind of thing. So we're going to be talking to some of those people just a little bit later. But we're looking for a good parade and a great day on this side of the bay. Back to you, Marlene and Bill.
All right, Al.
You notice how possessive he's getting our parade over in Tampa.
Well, that's the kind of guy, and we'll find a lot more about Al as the next couple of hours go by.
He signed you up for the fun run next year, though.
I know. By the way, we should mention, and during the course of today's parade, you'll be seeing many of us from Channel 10 reminding you that this is the time of year we talk to you about the Christmas Toy Network, an organization that hopes to ensure that needy Bay Area youngsters in the 11 Bay areas we serve will have a Christmas present or two under the tree come Christmas morning.
Yes, the network was founded, you should know this, back in 1985 by Channel 10. The goal is, of course, to see that every child in our 11-county viewing area receives at least 2 brand new toys for every Christmas.
Yep.
It is a private foundation, and the network will distribute the toys each year through 2 major area organizations. The United States Marine Corps, we'll see them marching both our parades today. They have their Toys for Tots program, and they receive 70% of all their toys from our Christmas Toy Network. And also the Christmas Toy Shop Project receives about 90% of their toys. They're located in South St. Pete. We'll hear more about them too.
And as we said, during the course of the parade, you will see an address for the Christmas Toy Network in Clearwater, the post office's toy box. And if today is the day that it seems right, if you can send whatever you can, it's a tax-deductible donation to the Christmas Toy Network, it will certainly help as far as this year's effort goes to get those toys to those youngsters.
And you know, really, one of the most marvelous things about this time of year is the Christmas Toy Store in South St. Petersburg. They work all year, but this is when they get all their attention. And they take new toys. They will take donations on that. But they take old toys that have been donated, Bill, and they fix them up. And it's a labor of love by all the volunteers there. And I think Bill Campbell is going to explain to us a little bit about that.
Bill Campbell, who always has the Christmas spirit.
Yes,
Here's
he does.
his report.
A semi recently brought hundreds of new toys to the toy workshop.
That first year's, that goes to 0 to 11 months.
They were all paid for by local businesses and private donations through the Toy Network. And these more than 200 boxes are
Chalkboards, trucks, radios, tea sets for little girls and some dolls, and just an array of different toys.
The network will provide toys for about 8,000 kids this year in an 11-county area. Many of the toys are distributed from here, but that's not the only thing that goes on here.
Not all of the toys here are new, but when they leave the shop, it's sometimes hard to tell that they're not on their second go-around.
Retiree Leonard Parncutt volunteers his time to make and repair wooden toys. He spends a lot of time here because, well,
I enjoy it.
that's
It
good.
keeps me out of trouble, too.
Bicycles will always be a hot item under the tree. Few here cannot be repaired and repainted. Every year, hundreds of bikes pass through the toy shop. What motivates Ardith Rutland and her volunteers to spend their time here at no pay?
Our purpose is that every child will have a Christmas.
And a happy one at that.
Wow, they are really Santa's helpers, I
You
think.
bet they are. We are just moments away from the start of two absolutely spectacular parades. We'll be back after a break with our coverage of the Festival of Parades.
The thought occurred to me maybe 10 years ago. I wasn't ever going to get rich. I figured out what made me happy, helping people. If you can impress upon a child the hazards of weather, they're going to find a way to reduce the risk. You don't have to live here very long to realize we've got a lot of weather hazards. Tornadoes, water spouts, lightning. It can scare you to death if you don't know what to do.
24 hours.
We're there when you need us, and we can help you.
The storm.
When our company started in 1902, our first store was named the Golden Rule. It was James Cash Penney's way of saying that that's how we should live our lives. So from the Ott family and our J.C. Penney family of associates, thanks for supporting the Christmas Toy Network.
Let's celebrate Christmas with a Hanna-Barbera Home Video Holiday Spectacular. You'll love A Jetson Christmas Carol. Join the Jetsons and Mr. Spacely for a festive Christmas party. And you'll enjoy Yogi Bear's all-star comedy Christmas caper. Come along with Yogi Bear and Boo Boo as they reveal the true meaning of Christmas. Now, for a limited time, you can order A Jetson Christmas Carol and Yogi Bear's all-star comedy Christmas caper. Call now and you'll also receive How the Flintstones Saved Christmas. It's going to be a yabba dabba do Yule time with these 3 special holiday videos for $29.95. There's more. With each video, you'll also get a sing-along songbook of favorite Christmas carols. Call now and take Hanna-Barbera home for the holidays with these 3 special videos. Order now.
Call 1-800-553-1002. That's 1-800-553-1002. You'll get 3 videos and the holiday songbooks. Call now.
Well, welcome back to downtown St. Petersburg, where we are about ready to start the Santa Parade, which is part of Snowfest, which is several weeks of festivities in St. Pete. They've really got the holiday spirit in this town.
Most of Straub Park now is full of people and stands. There's arts and craft fairs. They're going to bring in snow for the kids.
You could
70
do your
degrees.
Christmas shopping here, Bill.
Going to.
And as you might imagine, there is, well, as usually happens this time of year, you begin to get into the spirit of the holidays. All you have to take a look at the outfit of this young lady on my right, you can see. And for the most part, the folks who are watching the parade, both in St. Petersburg and Tampa, also are in the holiday spirit. And I understand that our roving reporter, Dennis Feltgen, is with someone who truly has the spirit of the holidays. Dennis?
That's right, Bill. We're with Bert Muller, who is the director of the Pinellas Association for Retarded Children, and has quite a bit to do with this Snowfest. Tell us about it.
Dennis, this is the big Christmas celebration in St. Petersburg. We're on the waterfront at Straub Park. The League to Aid Retarded Children is producing the 14th annual Christmas in the Park. We also have a Snowfest in North Straub Park. Wonderful opportunity to come down and do all of your Christmas shopping. We have Santa Claus here in the park. The City of St. Petersburg, the Times, the Sun Coasters, and the League to Aid Retarded Children are our sponsors. I hope you'll all attend our 6:30 Tournament of Bands field show tonight at the Al Lang Field. We have snow. We have almost 5 tons of snow, so you can use your sleds. We have a snowball fight. There's plenty of food. All of the proceeds of the Christmas in the Park are turned over by the Larks to the Pinellas Association for Retarded Children.
Bert, all of that is going on this weekend, or will it continue next week?
This is a weekend show, and tomorrow we close it up with a 3 p.m. Pops concert in the Coliseum with the Youth Symphony.
Fantastic. Lots going on here. Back to you, Bill.
All right, thank you, Dennis. Wait till you see this. You know our friend, the rodent who lives in Orlando most of the time? Yes, Mickey. Well, as you might imagine, Mickey is traveling in style, but these days he's taken that even a step further. He is traveling in the country on a nationwide tour, and we're going to see him later today here, as a matter of fact, in something called the Limhouse Zine. Take a look. Well, whether it's Mann's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, California, downtown Orlando, Florida, on the highway, or in its own backyard, the Limhouse Zine causes quite a stir. Disney chairman Michael Eisner presented Mickey with a 40-foot limo for his nationwide tour heralding the opening of the new Disney MGM Studios theme park. This custom-built vehicle is fully equipped and then some. Disc jockeys, for example, can literally put the show on the road from the radio broadcast booth in the rear of the limo. There is also a satellite tracking system that can pinpoint the location of the Limhouse Zine as it travels across the country. The hood ornament, grille work, and turn signals would scarcely disguise the owner's identity, and a quick look inside would leave no doubt at all. But Mickey is no reclusive star and is not seeking privacy. He and his friends want to see as many people as possible on this tour, which is likely anyway, since the Limhouse Zine is pretty hard to miss. While maneuverability is not its strong suit, it was able to provide front door service for Mickey as he departed Walt Disney World on his nationwide tour. There are certain drawbacks to this mammoth machine, however. Parallel parking is a bit of a problem, of course, and one parking meter just won't do. Hope you have lots of pocket change, Mickey.
Wow, Mickey, you come to work that way every day, don't you, Bill Murphy?
Yes. In the Murph Mouse Zine, we call it. It's a Yugo, actually. Well, you know what? It looks like things are getting ready to start, as a matter of fact. At least on the St. Petersburg side, and as Al said, about 10:30 or so.
About 10:30 in Tampa, and of course they have those big balloons, so they need a little extra time to inflate over there.
Yeah, well, if you're not going to be coming down to the St. Petersburg or Tampa locations, if you are at home in your favorite easy chair or what have you, settle back and get ready to enjoy. We have what, at least on paper, appears to be two wonderful parades, and I think it's going to be a great way to get into the holiday spirit.
Right downtown in St. Petersburg, we'll have 11 bands, and of course they're all competing in that Pizza Hut tournament of bands, and some of them are playing jazz, and then this will be the marching competition, and then they'll have a concert division in that competition there, and then whatever band wins today and this weekend will then represent Florida at the Festival of States, which of course will be later in the year right here in St. Pete.
And here we'll be again doing that.
Yes.
Parades are us. And by the way, to remind you just again, whether you're coming down to St. Petersburg location or Tampa later on today, there is so much going on. The parade, a big part of it, but there's plenty more. And Dennis did so well with the weather, we couldn't ask for more. So I guess we're just ready to get going, huh?
Oh, well, I think we'll take one short break, and then we will let the parade begin.
We'll be right back.
Season's greetings. Every year at this time, the Bay Plaza Company, its employees and families lend their time and effort to our city's annual Christmas tree lighting. Join in with your support for the Christmas Toy Network. Help light up the holidays for children everywhere.
Coming to Ruth Eckerd Hall, the Nutcracker with the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra, December 8th through 10th. Call the Ruth Eckerd Hall box office now for tickets and experience the magic.
If you're looking for the best way to save on groceries, I'll save you some time. Just head to Winn-Dixie.
Enjoy WD brand U.S. Choice boneless rump roast, tender cross rib shoulder roast, and bottom round roast, all just $1.99 a pound. Then shop Winn-Dixie and save on beer. Refreshing Busch beer, only $1.99 a six-pack. And Astor Super Blend coffee is $1.29 for an 11.5-ounce bag. Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket.
So just the other day, my dad says, "Hey guys, let's have pizza." Then he asked me what I want on the pizza. So I said, everything. lots of cheese, pepperoni, spaceships, cars, balls, a helicopter, mushrooms, slides, sauce, e-balls, race cars, robots, games, soups, and mouse. You know, the works. They got the pig too.
Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid.
And welcome back to the Festival of Parades. Bill Murphy along with Marlene Schneider, Al Ruechel in Tampa, Dennis Feltgen roaming the area. Are you ready for a parade?
I'm ready for a parade. Do you know that they've done this parade here in St. Pete since 1927?
Each year it gets better.
Do you think we have a tradition here?
I would certainly hope so. Tell you what, as we said, we're ready to go. Sit back and enjoy and let the parade begin. We are seeing the St. Petersburg Fire Department Color Guard.
The police color guard, the fire department color guard. Yep. I wonder what we would do if there was a fire in the city right now. I'm sure they've got it covered.
I think they've got some other trucks.
Normally that sound puts the fear of the good Lord in me, but today it's part of a parade. I think on this fire truck coming by, we have a red bucket truck with the mascot on it, the color guard of 5 to 7 people wearing their white shirts, black pants, and helmets. And I think on board is Sparky.
Sparky the fire dog is there. And also, by the way, we are told that the truck you're looking at is brand spanking new. This is the first time it's been on the road. So it begins here at the parade.
Best to work the bugs out now. Brand spanking new.
There's Sparky. Sparky's on the hook and ladder truck.
Oh, he's on the bucket truck. The other bucket truck.
The other bucket truck.
You know, Dalmatians are coming back in. Have you noticed all the commercials these days with Dalmatian puppies?
They're beautiful little dogs. I was, as a matter of fact, looking at pups the other day, and there are the traditional black spots, but you can also get a brownish color spot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they're beautiful, and they are just gorgeous little dogs. And big dogs. Do you know why Dalmatians are used in fire departments?
No.
Because years ago, when it was horses that would pull the trucks, Dalmatians are not afraid of horses, so they got along well.
You'd be good at the trivia game, aren't you?
And this kind of knowledge has gotten me absolutely nowhere, by the way.
Well, I understand that Sparky the dog would be a mascot of fire departments all across the country.
Mm-hmm. This truck. Well, as you can see, is with the extension ladder. If they were to hit the right Sparky, would be airborne. And by the way, we talked to you about one of our grand marshals in that incredible Limhouse zine. Well, that is it, live and in living color right there. And with any luck at all, we will see Mickey momentarily.
But I think traveling with Mickey today is Minnie.
Well, I would certainly hope so.
His better half, I might add, his better half, Minnie. And also, I think Roger Rabbit is tagging along today.
We love Roger Rabbit. As a matter of fact, there they are. There's Roger in the front, and Mickey. And look at that Limhouse scene. As we said, 40 feet long, gold-plated Mickey Mouse emblem. It is the longest fixed-frame vehicle that can be driven legally here in the United States.
And did you tell us that the Mickey's head plated was in 24-karat gold on the front there?
Yeah. And there's inside. It's got its own satellite dish, satellite tracking system, a cheese cabinet, of course, refreshment area, video equipment. Oh, it's beautiful.
Mickey travels in style, no doubt about that.
And Mickey sets the mood. It really does. It's always very, very exciting.
Well, I think he is sharing the duties this year with Santa, of course, who will always end our parade.
There they are, Roger, Minnie, Mickey, and Olga.
Olga's pretty cute there, Bill.
Oh, they're great. Look at that.
Look at the banana split there and the hot fudge sundae. And Mickey never gains a pound.
The limousine. And following our Grand Marshal is Mayor Robert Ulrich, Mayor of St. Petersburg.
He is traveling in a limo provided by All-Star Limousines.
It's one of the smaller limos compared to what just passed, but still a beautiful vehicle.
You don't suppose that green jack is his master jacket, do you? Hello, Mayor, and good morning to you. And let's go now to Dennis Feltgen, who is our roving reporter on the streets there. Dennis?
Marlene, this is the kind of year where a lot of folks like me kind of live in sweatshirts, know what I mean? Well, this is a beautiful, happy holiday sweatshirt, and it looks like it's the handiwork of these two ladies. You are?
Linda Evers. Sharon Robish.
Now, did you make all of these? How long does it, when do you start getting ready for all of this?
Well, actually, we've had it made for about 3 months. We started.
You start making sweatshirts in August? What, are you sitting by the pool and doing this? Or?
Yeah.
Are these a popular holiday item for you?
We've had great success, and we shipped a lot of them north to our families.
Well, they need it. They need it. Back to you.
All right, Dennis, thank you very much. Here we go, the first of our bands from St. Petersburg High School, the Green Devils, under the direction of Dennis Lorenza.
Members strong in their very distinctive green and white uniforms, and I love those hats.
Just wonderful. The St. Petersburg High School Green Devils. Hey, here's Pizza Hut. The Pizza Hut float.
And of course, Pizza Hut is sponsoring the band competition this year. The Florida Tournament of Bands. It is the 16th annual Pizza Hut Tournament of Bands, and their float is a giant Trojan-type rocking horse with Pizza Hut banners as a saddle. Of course, what else? I'm kind of hungry. I wish they had a little pepperoni and
I wouldn't mind some
sausage.
myself, I'll tell you. Here we have the Suncoast Academy of Dance. Under the direction of Bonnie Gray. They're in the parade every year. They participated in, among other things, a tap dancing marathon earlier this year at the pier for MDA. They're great.
Yeah. Now, are these girls going to cartwheel? Have they cartwheeled the entire parade route?
I believe they started at the Florida Keys 3 days ago. They've cartwheeled their way across the
They
state.
probably need a break, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with more of Santa's Parade from downtown St. Petersburg.
Now, Hanna-Barbera's award-winning home video series, The Greatest Adventure, presents The Nativity. Bring the joy of Christmas into your home and let the whole family share the miracle of Bethlehem, the birth of a new king.
You king? Sire? I, Herod alone, am king.
Join 3 travelers following a distant star and Mary and Joseph on their journey to Bethlehem.
But I have no rooms.
I know. We'll find something. Somewhere.
The Nativity on home video, just $14.95. Or buy 7 half-hour episodes now and receive the Nativity absolutely free. That's right, free.
Share the joy of Christmas with your family. Call 1-800-453-4808 for the Nativity or other Bible adventures. Hanna-Barbera's Greatest Adventure. 1-800-453-4808.
If you're looking for the best way to save on groceries, I'll save you some time. Just head to Winn-Dixie.
Enjoy WD brand U.S. Choice boneless rump roast, tender cross rib shoulder roast, and bottom round roast, all just $1.99 a pound. Then shop Winn-Dixie and save on beer. Refreshing Busch beer, only $1.99 a six-pack. And Astor Super Blend coffee is $1.29 for an 11.5-ounce bag. Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket.
Hello, my name is Peter Parado, and this is my wife, Deborah. I am president of the Tampa area chapter of the Society of Real Estate Appraisers. This year, our chapter is devoting its charitable efforts to the Christmas Toy Network. Be a young child Santa and support the Christmas Toy Network.
Welcome back again, everyone. on to our Festival of Parades as we continue from downtown St. Petersburg. And Marlene, looks like we have another of our marching bands.
We have the second of our 11 marching bands in this parade, and they are from Seminole High School in Seminole, Florida, the Seminole Warhawk Marching Band.
Under the direction of Jeffrey R. Costilla, 83 members strong. Oh, yeah.
Some pretty tricky moves there. Would you like to make a stab at what they were playing?
Well,
Glinka's Ballet Russian and Ludmilla.
The overture.
The overture.
And speaking of overtures, back to Dennis.
Well, Bill, there are obviously a lot of veterans of these Snow Fest parades along the parade route here, but I think I found the winner here. You are
Clifford Brown.
Cliff, how many of these have you seen?
I might have missed one or two, but I've been to 33 pretty much.
32? Well, you obviously like something about it. What is it that keeps attracting you to them every year?
I think it's a part of the spirit of the season, really. It gets you in the mood a little bit, I think.
Is it doing it for you today?
It is. And the day is great, too. The weather's great. You couldn't do this in Rhode Island where I come from. You'd be a little chilly.
No argument there. Back to you, Bill.
Thank you, Dennis. And what a nice man. All those years. Here comes a familiar-looking set of call letters.
I have them on my radio dial.
From W101, featuring Bob and Judd in the morning.
Right, this is their first time in our St. Pete parade.
We're happy to have them here.
We welcome them. Did that man say he'd been to 33 of these parades?
He said something like that. He said he might have missed one or two.
Wow.
Native of Rhode Island.
Definitely better than it would be today in Rhode Island.
And as the W101 van passes by, we are now seeing the folks from
Clown Alley.
Clown Alley, which is sponsored by Crossland Savings. Gingerbread house, they tell me. With,
16 little children on board.
Yeah, they're all graduates, Marlene, of the Clown Alley School. So they have been taught how to clown around.
Did you go there? Are you a graduate and alumnus of Clown Alley?
Between you and Al Rochelle, going to be a long 2 hours. Clown Alley School has been for children ages 7 to 14 in the past, but being open now to interested adults as well. So who knows, maybe you and I should...
All right.
Clowns. We love them, and they're terrific at parades.
Well, they're always colorful, and they always certainly add a lot to our parades.
By the way, I think it's important that we mention a special thanks to our good friends at the GTE Mobile Net for providing cellular service for all of our parade coordinators today. So in years past, when they'd look at each other and say, huh? What? Now they can hear each other. Thank you, GTE Mobile Net. You're swell.
Oh, these are always crowd pleasers. Hi, guys.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
And you can just hear the kids watching.
Oh, that's a great
Everybody
float.
saying hi to the clowns. It's beautiful.
Hey, get me!
There they are. Hey, guys. Merry Christmas.
Hi, and while we thanked, of course, GTE MobileNet for the cellular phones, we would also like to thank their parent corporation. GTE is once again supporting the Christmas Toy Network as a corporate sponsor. And because of the support of Bay Area businesses like GTE and you, all you members of the public, the Christmas Toy Network can purchase toys for our needy children in our 11-county covering area. We certainly want to thank GTE for supporting Bay Area children at this time when every child deserves a present under the tree.
You bet we do. And what we're looking at now are the Sunshine Tumblers, children from 3 community centers, Northwest, Walter Fuller, and Shore Acres, and they are also in the parade every year as they tumble away.
I give these kids a lot of credit for all their energy. My heavens, I feel tired just watching them.
Coming into view now.
Oh, our band number 3.
These are the Royal Ambassadors from Northside Christian.
They are, of course, their hometown, St. Petersburg, right here in the area. And they're going to be playing I Dreamed a Dream and We Are the Reason. Now, of course, this is part of the Pizza Hut Tournament Advanced competition. So they are competing, everyone, as you watch them.
Enjoy. Yes, indeed.
These kids look so serious when they're playing.
I think they are. Northside Christian Royal Ambassador. Terrific. That's terrific.
We thank them certainly for brightening up our parade day today, although this is a wonderful day. It hasn't needed much brightening.
There is just enough of a cool breeze in the air to make it absolutely perfect. A spectacular day. This time last year we were a little bit colder, as I recall. It was a little bit cooler.
Yes, it was. You know, I was in this parade. I rode in one of the Channel 10 cars last year, and you know, the nicest thing about getting ready for the parade, everyone lines up a couple of hours early, is seeing all the little girls, the Brownie troops. Right now we're looking at Daisy Troop 279 and Brownie Troop 918, and they're from the area. And these kids are so excited, Bill, as you know, you have a little girl, so excited to be marching in a parade that they are beside themselves as they look at them, dressed as little Christmas gifts. Aren't you, darling? Makes you want to take them home and put them under your tree. They are just
Good morning. Look at these guys. Isn't that terrific? These are all kindergarten age, and also the Brownie Troop. The young girls are ages 7 to 9, and they're doing a terrific job, as are these skaters. Wouldn't that be fun? Skate through this parade?
Yeah, that'd be.
We wouldn't be able to move
knees.
for about 3 months afterwards, but thank you.
And now we are coming up on St. Anthony's Hospital, their entry, and their St. Anthony's Clown Club. And these folks they do a wonderful job going around, especially to the chemotherapy patients, Bill, and cheering people up when they are, as we say, going through some tough times in life. So they're clowning around too, and they do it for a very good cause.
Well, St. Anthony's Hospital took care of me with the old back about a year and 2 months ago.
I remember doing that, filling in for you.
Any of those nurses from St. Anthony's watching, Merry Christmas and hello. They treated me real good. I didn't want to leave.
Well, they wanted you to leave, though.
I know
They said, take our patient, please. Well, no, you seem to be doing fine, so they did something right. Good morning and Merry Christmas.
Good morning. As we enjoy the St. Anthony float, we should also tell you and remind you to enjoy the best of Broadway and, of course, support the Christmas Toy Network this year. The Tampa Bay Broadway series is going to donate $1 for every opening night ticket sold. So enjoy Into the Woods, Rumors, and Starlight Express at the Tampa Bay Performing Arts Center. And by doing that, you'll have a wonderful evening and you will help the Christmas Toy Network.
And here's someone just sort of quacking along here. We have seen the Suncoast Twirlers, a baton corps, approximately 100 girls in their delightfully bright purple uniforms with their starburst on the front. I don't think these girls ever drop. They are one of the largest baton twirling units in Florida,
including that one.
And I was just getting ready to say they start at 4 years and go up. So we have some little ones.
These folks are from Bradenton and Palmetto and the surrounding areas, and here they are.
girls are smiling. They don't have to concentrate as much as the band members do, and they're having fun.
And those outfits are also very thankful. It's in the 60s.
In the
today.
60s. And they were glad to miss the Macy's Day Parade in New York City on Thanksgiving when it snowed.
There is much more to come. In a little while, we'll be visiting with Al Rochelle and all the doings over in Tampa. Stay with us. Our Festival of Parades coverage continues.
Coming to Ruth Eckerd Hall, the Nutcracker with the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra, December 8th through 10th. Call the Ruth Eckerd Hall box office now for tickets and experience the magic.
Let's celebrate Christmas with a Hanna-Barbera home video holiday spectacular. You'll love a Jetson Christmas Carol. Join the Jetsons and Mr. Spacely for a festive Christmas party. And you'll enjoy Yogi Bear's all-star comedy Christmas caper. Come along with Yogi Bear and Boo Boo as they reveal the true meaning of Christmas. Now, for a limited time, you can order a Jetson Christmas Carol and Yogi Bear's all-star comedy Christmas caper. Call now and you'll also receive How the Flintstones Saved Christmas. It's going to be a yabba dabba do Yule time with these 3 special holiday videos for $29.95. There's more. With each video, you'll also get a sing-along songbook of favorite Christmas carols. Call now and take Hanna-Barbera home for the holidays with these 3 special videos. Order now.
Call 1-800-553-1002. That's 1-800-553-1002. You'll get 3 videos and the holiday songbooks. Call now.
Children are very special to us. That's why Busch Gardens is proud to be a sponsor of the Christmas Toy Network. By picking up your discount coupons at participating cash and carry and JCPenney stores this holiday season, you can save on admission to the park and help a needy child.
Welcome back, everyone. As promised, it is now about 10:30. Festivities have begun across the bay in the city of Tampa. Your pal is over there, is he not?
My buddy Al Rochelle, who's on duty. Al, hi, and Merry Christmas to you. How's it going in Tampa?
Merry Christmas to both of you, too. It's going very well here in Tampa. The parade has just begun, and if we look down the parade route, we see a very large character. It starts out the first of our balloons here in the Holiday Balloon Parade in Tampa. This is the Nutcracker, and if you look down the street, you can see that very soon they're going to let him stand up to his full height. His full height is about, well, they tell me about 65 feet in the air. The first of many balloons that will be in this parade. The Nutcracker itself, of course, is going to be performed at the Ruth Eckerd Hall December 8th through 10th with the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra. So not only will you get a chance to see the Nutcracker here, you can also see that very large balloon, or rather the performance taking place in the Ruth Eckerd Hall. This program here is, of course, underwritten and sponsored by GTE. We'd also like to give credit to General Welding of Tampa, which supplied the helium for these large balloons. And to give you an idea how big that balloon is and how much helium it requires, if you were to take the gas out of that balloon, you could fill 50,000 small 1-foot balloons with helium. And that was all provided and donated by General Welding of Tampa. Right now, along the parade route, the police people tell me that there are about 75,000 people here, and they expect that to swell to about 85,000. Last year, they had about 70,000 people here enjoying the parade. Beautiful weather. Of course, this is all about kids. The money that's going to be raised from this parade and from the other activities around the Festival of Trees will include $80,000 is how much they raised last year, and they're hoping to do the same here. That money will be used by the Child Abuse Council and also the Florida Center for Contemporary Arts. That's the way it is in Tampa. We'll be back for more. Let's go back to Marlene and Bill.
All right, Al, thank you very much. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to St. Petersburg. Let's take a look at what's going on this side of the bay.
I believe we have another band coming up here.
As a matter of fact,
well, right now we're looking at the Florida Twirling Institute. We thought it was a band because they are accompanied by drums. Loud enough to make us think we were on a band. This is their 18th year in the St. Petersburg parade. Melody Owens is the director. Her daughter Nicole is in the parade, a third-generation twirler.
Wow. Dennis Feltgen, how is things going with you?
Well, Bill, to rob a phrase, nothing says loving like something from the oven. There's a lot of loving going on in the north end of Straw Park here. Something smells real good. Linda, what's cooking?
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake?
Yes.
You got anything? What, you
making
just saw
it
the
right
last
now.
one on me here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go over here. Now, what do we have? What's cooking over here?
Sausage and steak. Sausage and onions.
Sausage and onion. My kind of thing. Getting close to lunchtime. Back to you.
So, Dennis?
We'll take 2 of both.
2, please.
Oh, you will.
And
Okay.
you know where to find
any
us.
Coke? Okay.
And since it's all that, a Diet Coke, please.
Marlene, look at, is that a little relative?
Thank you, Bill. I knew you'd come alive here in a minute.
That's part of the Suncoast Classical Clowns. Started back in 1979. They're a derivative of the Clowns of America, which is a national organization.
And you know, like so many clown groups, that they appear for charity, going to nursing homes and hospital centers where folks need a little cheering up. And I think somebody's already sacked out in that little carriage.
Yeah, let me mention to the folks this morning that if you test drive a new Lincoln Town Car, and they are gorgeous, through Christmas, a donation will be made to the Christmas Toy Network. The area Lincoln Mercury dealers, Carlisle, Courtesy, Newport, Northgate, and Scarrett are again supporting the Christmas Toy Network as corporate sponsors. We hope you will help us provide a toy by going out and test driving one of the beautiful 1990 Lincoln Town Cars.
I think we're going to have some music here coming up pretty soon. Do we get a car for doing this parade? Do we each get a new car?
Oh, I certainly hope so, or if not, at least I hope I do.
Oh.
I'll give you mine.
Okay. Your old car? I'll take your old car.
I'll give you the new payments with it. Here they are. You're right, some more music. This is the folks from Light Rock 95.7, and this is their rolling radio.
And I believe it is Marvelous Marvin Boone on board.
Marvelous Marvin knows rock trivia perhaps as well as anyone in the free world.
You've met all these
astounding.
guys, haven't you?
Yeah, well, he was on the show years ago. He is spectacular. There's Marvin.
Hi, Marvin. What do you think of all those radio guys?
I think they're terrific.
Look up love.
He knows. He knows it all.
He knows it all.
Marvelous Marvin. Hey, there's Frosty, huh?
Right. This is from Palms of Pasadena Hospital in Pasadena, right here in Pinellas County. We have a snow fort, 32 feet long, 9 feet wide, 13 feet high. People all around in sleds and snowmen. And frankly, I know that we're going to have some snow delivered here, as they did in Tampa last night at the Franklin Street Mall, but it's going to melt pretty fast. This is supposed to get us in the mood, Bill.
Yep.
Are you shivering yet?
I certainly am. Employees and their families, I think you mentioned, from the Palms of Pasadena Hospital. And there they are. They're in the party spirit.
That's almost a perfectly symmetrical snowman. I wonder how they did it. Hasn't melted a drop. And then ice cream and everything.
Yes, they're having a good time. Well,
all right,
speaking
here's
of
why
those
we're
beautiful,
here.
yeah, and speaking of those gorgeous 1990 Lincoln Continentals, there you are. This one has the U.S. Marine behind the wheel, and he is driving in full dress blues.
Don't they look handsome in their uniforms, Bill?
Yeah, the Marine uniform is gorgeous.
Probably not to you, but to us gals. That is a gorgeous car.
Again, this is the Toys for Tots entry. You see the banner. The new 1990 Lincoln Mercury Town Car, courtesy of the Lincoln Mercury dealers. Beautiful.
Have some more twirlers coming up here.
This is from the Florida Twirling Academy, as a matter of fact. Oh, they're going to stop and give us a bit of a look-see here. These are the mini stars we're seeing.
We'll see them someday in the Orange Bowl and the Rose Bowl parades.
Yep.
The mini stars. Just darling. Getting a round of applause from our crowds along here. This parade is coming down First Avenue South to the east and then along Bayshore Drive here in St. Petersburg, as it normally does. And crowds were lining up very early this morning, as I hope I don't have a parking ticket.
Yeah.
I'm slightly illegally parked.
We've got a full house. We don't know how Al was doing parking, but we're going to find out. Back to Al Ruechel in the city of Tampa.
Hi, Bill. Don't you love live TV? Not quite sure when you're on, but we're here now. Parade continues behind us. We have just had the district council of the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts. Girl Scouts about 400 or 500 strong. The Boy Scouts right behind. And we have the Grand Marshals of the parade. Q105's Mason Dixon. We also have Woody Woodpecker and Andy Panda and their friends Harpo, Groucho, and Chico. You're going to be seeing more of these kinds of characters throughout the day. There are more than 50 clowns that have these large papier-mâché heads on, part of it of the Spanish tradition. We'd like to remind you that, of course, after the parade is over, the Festival of Trees will continue in the Curtis Hickson Hall. It costs $4 for adults, $2 for children, and all of the money that's going to be raised will be used to help the Child Abuse Council and also the Florida Arts Council. Hi, gang. And of course, the kids' favorites are always the large puppets. In this case, Woody Woodpecker and Andy Panda. Hi, Andy, from Universal Studios over in the Orlando area. We'll have more from Tampa, and now back to you in St. Petersburg. Having a good time here, warming up a little bit. I don't know about you guys, getting hot.
Surprise you, Al.
Thanks, Al. See you in a few minutes.
Well, you know, if you've ever been inside Curtis Hickson Hall, the trees there that they've decorated are beautiful, and they give you all sorts of ideas if you're not creative, like some of us are not.
You have plenty of options today, both sides of the bay. Take a look at what's going on here on the St. Petersburg side again. This is the folks from Paragon Cable and their float. Some working elves. Right now they're kind of just riding. And of course, Mrs. Santa. They've been in the parade now for about 5 years, and they've been handing out balloons along the way.
Hi, guys. Look at the little one here, sat down in her... this... Between horses and dogs, you can't miss. We have the Dog Training Club of St. Petersburg. 20 people with their four-legged friends wearing Santa suits and hats, marchers, of course, the two-legged ones.
Yes. And while we're looking at these guys, we should tell you about some folks who are one of our new sponsors, and we're awful happy to have them on board. Cal-Can Foods, manufacturers of Pedigree, Whiskas, and Sheba Food, have joined the Christmas Toy Network family this year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. They want to remind you that pets are friends forever. They truly are. If you select a pet for Christmas, please remember, when the holidays are over, the relationship just begins. The responsibility goes along with that pet for a long, long time, and boy, they'll give you lots of love. Merry Christmas from your furry friends and our new friends at Cal-Can Foods. Look at it.
It's a face you just can't help but love. I believe we have another band coming up here in just a moment.
The folks from Seabreeze High School are moments away.
Right, following the Faith Temple of Largo Youth Group and their marchers and the Little Miss Faith Temple contestants.
This is their third year in the parade. There they go.
And they are wishing us a Merry Christmas.
And the same to you.
The big chance to be on TV here today.
Merry Christmas.
All right, all the way from Daytona Beach, Florida, on the other side of Florida's coast, the pride of the peninsula, the Seabreeze High School Marching Band. 91 members to join us this morning here in downtown St. Pete.
Under the direction of David Hollingsworth. St. Petersburg, back to Al Rochelle in Tampa. Al.
Hi, Bill and Marlene back in Tampa. We have some bands here too. Right now we have the Armwood High School Band is coming up behind us, and behind him the big old frog. But let's listen now to the music of the Armwood High School Band as they come down the street here. We are on Tampa Street in Tampa. 4th annual Festival of Trees Holiday Balloon Parade here in Tampa. Let's listen up. The Armwood High School Band, there are more than 70 members. Of course, they have their cadet-style uniforms, maroon, gray, and blue. Wendy Roth is the band's director. Evelyn Ortez and Patty Andrews are the drum majors. Armwood High School, of course, is located in the eastern part of Hillsborough County. The school is 6 years old. This band itself has performed at Disney World, Boardwalk and Baseball, Daytona Beach Musical Festival, and it's an award winner there. And it participates in all Florida Bandmaster musical festivities. And right behind the Armwood High School Band, Mary Jo's Dance Studio. Mary Jo's Dance Studio, the Cat's Float, is coming up next. And, of course, behind him we have the Big Frog. And we'll get back to the Big Frog as he goes by us a little bit later. Now back to you in St. Petersburg.
All right, Al, thank you so much.
The greatest thing about having the parades on the same day is we have wall-to-wall bands. We really don't have to stop for and miss out on any of the band music.
And it's terrific. We've got lots more to tell you about and show you. We're going to take a short break. We will be back.
Florida's natural beauty is a prime example of the delicate balance between nature and our atmosphere. It's one of the reasons science fascinates me. I'm Dennis Feltgen. New discoveries about our environment are made constantly, and they have an impact on our everyday lives. As a meteorologist, I keep up with the latest findings to help you be better informed. I enjoy sharing my special reports with you on News Center 10 at 5. Experience a moment of discovery with me.
Watch meteorologist Dennis Feltgen on News Center 10 at 5.
Coming to Ruth Eckerd Hall, the Nutcracker with the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra, December 8th through 10th. Call the Ruth Eckerd Hall box office now for tickets and experience the magic.
Get ready for a unique fundraising golf tournament. The first annual Christmas Toy Network Toys for Tots Golf Classic. Monday, December 4th at Carrollwood Village Golf and Tennis Club in Tampa. Registration starts at 8 a.m. This special golf classic benefits needy children of the Bay Area through the Christmas Toy Network and Toys for Tots, and is sponsored by Cash and Carry Loves. A day of fun for a worthy cause. The first annual Christmas Toy Network Toys for Tots Golf Classic. Monday, December 4th. For player or sponsorship information, call 931-1500.
Welcome back, everyone. You are seeing the Ridgewood High School Marching Rams from Newport Richey.
And there they go. Now you see them, now you don't. Now, we want to thank Barnett Bank of Pinellas County for joining us today in our parade. They are offering us our very next float, and they are offering season's greetings to all of us in the Bay Area. The riders on the Barnett float. It's a huge Christmas card. It's heavily decorated with poinsettias with, I think, 7 children and 2 adults on board. And they are wishing us all a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season.
Another beautiful float. By the way, we want to tell you that this year we welcome another of our new corporate sponsors to the Christmas Toy Network, the Society of Real Estate Appraisers. Now, this Monday, December the 4th, they're going to be sponsoring the first annual Christmas Toy Network golf tournament at Carrollwood Village, along with the Cash and Carry and the folks from Loves. By the way, we'll be broadcasting live on Murphy in the Morning from that golf tournament, and our special guest will include my pal, Mr. Jack Harris. That's Monday morning at 10.
Great. Well, now, we saw Dennis at the food consignment area.
Yes,
now, where is he now? Dennis?
Well, I've gotten away from the food. Yours is in the oven right now, warming anytime you want it. We have Derry here, and Derry, we have a youngster here, first parade.
Yes.
What's your name? Peter. You sure it's Peter? That's not what Mom says.
Really, Teddy.
It's Teddy?
Yes.
Do you like the parade? Do you like the band there?
You like the band? Yeah.
What's not to like? Back to you, Bill.
Thank you very, very much, Dennis. And we're still waiting for those sausage sandwiches.
Teddy masquerading as Peter. Yes.
Ooh, look at this.
I think this.
This is all part of the 95 YNF Home of Rock and Roll and 620 WSUN, A Commitment to News float.
But with a live tiger in the cage.
I believe
there.
the tiger in the front is
And a
named
leopard.
Ron, and the leopard in the back is named Ron.
Ron and his brother Ron and his brother Ron. Aren't they gorgeous animals? Just gorgeous.
Very, very pretty. Shall we go back to Tampa?
I think Al Rochelle has been doing excellent over there, and we just want to check in again because we are veterans of the Tampa Parade, and it probably is just as much fun this year over there, Al, as it was last year.
I have never, ever been at a parade that I haven't liked. I love them all. It's Americana. This next float coming down the road here is from the Paragon Group, wishing you Christmas joy. We have Raggedy Ann and Andy looking very swell, sitting on top of the old horseless carriage. The nice thing about those is there was very little pollution. None, as a matter of fact. Well, unless, of course, it was pulled by a horse. Paragon Group, 8 people on this float, including a panda. We also have Sherlock Holmes. Or is it somebody who just looks like Sherlock driving that float? Lots more to come from Tampa. Back to you.
Thank you very much. He seems a bit confused, and you're getting into it, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
we got a good beat going
Take
here.
a look at these automobiles.
The Impacts and friends, the Impacts, of course, a 50s
these
and
guys are
60s
hot.
flavored band. Man, they've got a beat going.
The Impacts, one of the Bay Area's great rock and roll bands, 50s.
We could dance like that out there.
Yes, we could, but no one would watch.
You'd be
Marlene.
just like the guy in the red sweater, I
Look
think.
at them. They're doing the Lindy. All right, we're going to rock and roll our way into another break, huh?
And we'll be right back with more from downtown St. Pete as well as downtown Tampa for the Christmas parades.
Coming to Ruth Eckerd Hall, the Nutcracker with the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra, December 8th through 10th. Call the Ruth Eckerd Hall box office now for tickets and experience the magic.
Channel 10 has a message for teachers.
They're coming. Hi, I'm Dick Fletcher. And I'm Dennis Feltgen. We have an exciting offer for teachers and students, the new Center 10 Weather School. It's a program that makes learning meteorology fun for everyone. If you teach grades 1 to 8, we'd like to send to you a free classroom kit, including activities, experiments, even computer software. Mail your request to us by December 15th.
Weather School is sponsored by your Florida and South Georgia Ford dealers.
This is our first Christmas together with our daughter, Megan. Hi, I'm Al Keck, and this is my wife, Cheryl.
And like many parents everywhere, we want our daughters' Christmases to be magical and full of expectations.
But for thousands of Bay Area children, Christmas means no more than broken dreams. The Christmas Toy Network helps to put a little magic back into the lives of these kids.
Make a difference in a child's life. Send a tax-deductible donation to the Christmas Toy Network, P.O. Toy Box, Clearwater, Florida, 34618.
The joy of watching a child open a present at Christmas is wonderful. My husband Wayne and I urge you to join our family and the entire GTE family by making a contribution to the Christmas Toy Network.
They're bulldogs, yeah. I guess. I
A
certainly
face
hope
only
they
a
are.
mother bulldog could
Bad.
love.
Welcome
And
back
their
to Channel
owners.
10's coverage, by the way, of the Festival of Parades here on a gorgeous Saturday morning in December. Bill Murphy along with Marlene, Schneider, Al Rochelle, Dennis Feltgen, and a cast of thousands.
Right now we are listening to the Pride of the Gold Coast, Boca Raton Marching Community High School Band in their gorgeous black and yellow uniforms. They were playing Midnight in Miami, but they are passing us by now. Now, from St. Petersburg, the Admiral Farragut Academy. These fellows know how to march.
You bet they do.
Well, they're not fellows anymore. They've gone co-ed, I
They
think.
have been, and the fellows are much happier.
Well, some of the guys that I've seen interviewed aren't too sure, but they're the seniors who wished it happened when they were freshmen.
Guys, trust me. Trust me.
Nothing but trouble when you bring those women in. Of course, this is an academy, a prep school, grades 5 through 12, located in St. Petersburg on the western side of the city. A Naval Junior ROTC program. Kids are offered ROTC scholarships to colleges if they will be able to qualify after being in this program.
Yeah, by the way, we want to remind you as you look at that JCPenney is one of the Christmas Toy Network's original corporate sponsors, and we love them for it. For the past 4 years, they've been a major contributor. This year, JCPenney will contribute $1 to the Toy Network for every Pee Wee Herman item purchased between December the 2nd and December the 9th. And we hope you'll support the Christmas Toy Network. Stop by the Pee Wee Herman Boutique at JCPenney.
I saw those Pee Wee Herman lookalikes on your show not long ago.
Great stuff,
this week.
Great stuff.
Let's check in again with Dennis Feltgen, our roving reporter on the streets. Dennis.
Marlene, Christmas is a time for candy canes. I like mine in the giant economy size here, and these are the property of Jack. Jack, how's business?
Oh, pretty good so far.
Oh, what's your most popular item here? It looks like you've got all sorts of things for us.
Mostly the balloons.
The balloons?
Yeah, the Mylar balloons.
How about the bugles down there? When we were coming up, I noticed a lot of people grabbing those.
I've sold a few of them so far today.
Well, great. I'll take 2 bugles and 1 candy cane to go. Back to you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis.
Wow, look at this. What in the world? Oh, this is from LJ Russo Trucking.
Surprise, surprise.
We've got 4 dump trucks, a flatbed, a service truck, about 20 people aboard. First time in the parade.
Reindeer on the front of this truck. They make themselves known. We know that they're in this parade. And everyone's name on a stocking hung by the fireplace with care. In the hopes, of course.
You betcha. By the way, as you hear all the beeping going on, one of my favorite people, my little girl Jessica, is up to say hi. Would you like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, darling?
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year?
And a Happy New Year.
Are you having a good time so far?
Yep.
Do you have a terrific dad?
Yep.
Good, you get the bicycle.
You want to think about that for a minute? I like your cotton candy here, Jessica. You going to eat it later? You going to save it for later? You're going to eat it now.
You're going to eat it now.
Think of the dental bills.
I'm thinking about all of that, as a matter of fact.
She's a darling child.
Boy, these trucks are something else. They are brand spanking new, it appears, if not just shined up to beat the band.
Yeah, they don't look like they've done any dump truck work lately, do they?
Riders, of course, are employees and their families.
This is their first time in this parade. And
I think it's terrific.
I think it's great, and I would imagine we will see them back next year.
Look at the little one riding shotgun in this one. She's having a good time.
She's waving to the crowd.
Oh, that's terrific. That's fun. And that's what's so great about a parade, because you can bring some dump trucks. Now, this little lady is not in a dump truck.
No. 4 years old, Carolyn Montford is a American Beauty and Beau's state queen, and also a Florida model state queen, and she is picture perfect. She's a darling little child.
Current winner of American Beauty and Beau's pageant and the Florida Model State pageant.
She's pretty. That's quite a crown. I think she's practicing for Miss Universe.
All right, here come the horsies. Silk and Sable mounted drill team, and these people we've seen before. They are phenomenal.
They usually bring us 4 dark horses and 4 white horses, and wearing their green breast collars, and always their riders in Christmas colors, sort of get everyone into the spirit. You got to have friendly horses to put those bows on the tail.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
And certainly, whenever you have horses,
you got to have someone who comes behind the horses.
You got to have a sweeper, and you can't see it, but trust me, the sweeper is doing its thing. There's the sweeper.
You can't train a horse like you can a dog, you know.
Dennis, back to you. Well,
okay.
Well, I got to tell you, Bill and Marlene, there's a lot of excitement going on around here. I think this little one is just about at it. We're only halfway through. Your mom?
Yeah.
And you are?
Marilyn Edwards.
How old's the daughter?
6 months.
6 months. Obviously her first parade here.
Yes.
Is this your first?
No, I've been coming here every year since I was little.
What do you think wore her out?
The sun, probably.
The sun. Well, that's my department. Back to you.
Well, we're not complaining about the sun. Not one little bit, Dennis.
Honey, before we say goodbye, Jesse, can you throw it to break and tell everyone there's lots more? We'll be right back.
There's lots more. We'll be right back.
So well done.
Yeah, she's
child
a star,
is a genius.
A child star, yes.
Now,
Hanna-Barbera's award-winning home video series, The Greatest Adventure, presents The Nativity. Bring the joy of Christmas into your home and let the whole family share the miracle of Bethlehem, the birth of a new king.
You king? Sire? I, Herod alone, am king.
Join three travelers following a distant star and Mary and Joseph on their journey to Bethlehem.
But I have no rooms.
I know. We'll find something. Somewhere.
The Nativity on home video, just $14.95. Or buy 7 half-hour episodes now and receive the Nativity absolutely free. That's right, free.
Share the joy of Christmas with your family. Call 1-800-453-4808 for the Nativity or other Bible adventures. Hanna-Barbera's Greatest Adventure. 1-800-453-4808.
Hi, I'm Bill Murphy, and I'd like to take just a few seconds to talk to you about some really good kids who deserve to have a Christmas this year. Now, because of things they can't control, Christmas might just pass them by. Over 50,000 children in our community benefit from the Christmas Toy Network each year. And with your help, we'll add sparkle to the lives of even more.
Share your holiday spirit today. Send your tax-deductible donations to the Christmas Toy Network. P.O. Toy Box, Clearwater, Florida 34618.
Cash and Carry wishes you a very Merry Christmas, and we thank all of our customers and employees who, for the past 4 years, have donated to the Christmas Toy Network. With your help, we'll make Christmas merrier for 50,000 children.
Your Bay Area Lincoln Mercury dealers are once again proud sponsors of the Christmas Toy Network, which provide toys to the needy children throughout the Bay Area. Visit one of our stores and find out how you can help us help them this holiday season. Happy holidays!
Welcome back to the St. Petersburg side and the Festival of Trees, or Tampa. We are at, I'm confused now. This is the St. Petersburg Times
Santa Parade.
Santa Parade in St. Petersburg and the Festival of Trees in Tampa. And the whole part of it is the Festival of Parades. There's going to be a quiz in about 15 minutes. So.
And we failed.
Bill Murphy again, along with Marlene Schneider, Al Ruechel over in Tampa, Dennis Feltgen, our roving reporter. You told me last year, we chatted about this, but I can't recall. You, as a child, grew up in Florida, right?
Miami. I'm from Miami.
In the Miami. So this, for you, is not all that usual to have a
sit out in the sun
Christmas
and get a tan
parade.
on. No. We quite often even just sat out there for the Orange Bowl parade down Biscayne Boulevard in sweat shorts and shirt sleeves.
Yeah.
And I think what's amazing here is after watching the Thanksgiving Day parade in New York when those kids were shivering and freezing, that we are sitting out here and people are going to be sunburned here today.
And particularly the people who used to live up north can really, I think, even more so appreciate how nice it is not to have to shiver through
Those
the
are
parade.
the people we see going, thank you.
Yeah. One of those people is over in Tampa. He's again the guy in the blue sweater, Al Ruechel. Al, back over to you.
Welcome back to Tampa, where our parade continues, and we have the third of our 4 huge balloons in this Tampa Holiday Balloon Parade, and of course it's a panda. Doesn't take a zoologist to figure that out. He's a big guy. This guy goes about 35 to 40 feet in the air. They tell me that if you took the helium out of that particular balloon, it would fill about 42,000 small 1-foot balloons with air. Big balloon. Right in front of that, we have the Tampa Tribune, which has a staying right on track theme. A float that looks like a giant train. Now, they tell me that they asked for volunteers to hold down these balloons. I don't think there's any fear today, but just a very light breeze of them getting away. But in some parades, they've had trouble with those balloons because those things, well, they have a lot of lift in them with those thousands and thousands of cubic feet of helium inside. All of that was donated by General Welding. They brought down 2 huge trucks and started filling them up. Oh, a little tricky maneuver here, getting around some of the street signs. They do a little bit of a dance. Hi, Mr. Panda. Boy, Marlene and Bill, can you imagine taking that home to your child, Bill? It's one thing to ask for a stuffed animal, but how about a stuffed animal that's 35 feet tall? Mr. Panda here in Tampa. All right, we'll say goodbye to the Panda and goodbye to Tampa for now. Let's throw it back to you, Marlene and Bill. You got any balloons that are this big in your parade? I know there's an awful lot of bands. Let's toss it back to you and see.
Thanks, Al. Well, you remember last year we were amazed when you and I were in the Tampa side to watch how they do maneuver those.
Around the street lights and get under the street lines, you know, the power lines. Now, did you think Jessica would want one like that?
We'll talk.
She could want, but she's going to want it for a long time.
Until we get it. We'll have to move into an airplane hangar. Here they are from Escambia High School. They call themselves the Pride.
Visiting us from Pensacola, Florida, up in the Panhandle.
Yep. 134 members.
These guys are really parade march veterans. They have been in the Cotton Bowl Parade, the Cherry Blossom Festival in D.C. They've won many, many awards. All our bands here are award-winning bands.
Very, very impressive.
These bands are getting so sophisticated that many times I don't recognize the music, but they are playing stiletto. I'm kind of a John Philip Sousa person myself.
And now, the Brownies are back. This is Brownie Troop number 885.
They're brand new. They're just two months old as a group, and they too are dressed like little Christmas presents.
They're so cute.
They are little Christmas gifts to this parade,
They
that's
sure
for
are.
sure.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas.
Darling, darling little children.
They are real sweet little children, and when you think of children in this neck of the woods, you certainly think of a wonderful organization, the people from All Children's Hospital, and this is their entry, an antique ambulance to begin with.
You know, the interesting thing, Bill, marching with All Children's Hospital's float are the parents of twins and triplets. Now, they are all graduates of All Children's neonatal unit. They were underweight or premature babies, and they were all obviously cared for very well by the nurses and doctors at All Children's, and that's why they're here. And they get together a lot because they're grateful for all the good care that they've had, and they celebrate. They're sort of like their own little family.
And we're happy they're here again. Dennis, where are you now?
Well, we're still on the north end of Straw Park right now, and you're about 200 yards south of me. We're near the end of the parade route. We have 6 lovely ladies here who have already been to the parade by the viewing stand, and they're from Dixie Hollins High School. Who wants to be the spokesperson here? Oh, right on the end here. Akavia, how was it out there?
Oh, it was great. It's really exciting. There's a lot of people.
What's the most exciting thing about it?
When the people cheer.
When the people cheer? Were there a lot of cheers?
Yeah.
You're going to do it again next year?
Yeah.
Another successful parade. Back to you.
Remind you to look for Christmas Toy Network canisters this year at all Bay Area cash and carry supermarkets. Your change will help the Christmas Toy Network purchase toys for our needy kids. Cash and Carry is supporting the Toy Network again this year as a corporate sponsor. Our thanks to the many, many good folks at Cash and Carry.
I think we just saw Spud the reindeer.
Spud, well, here comes a pup.
This is, of course, Project Pup, and Bill, this is something that you've said many times. You can't do enough shows or mention enough. It's pets uplifting people.
And they do.
They really do. They, like the clowns, they visit nursing homes and intensive care units and hospitals to try to, they take their animals and try and cheer people up. And they did tell the one story, an incredible story of a young girl who had been immobilized for several months because of her injuries. That the very first time she moved and raised her arms was to reach toward a dog that had been brought into her room.
It's
That's
phenomenal
incredible.
with the research that they have done, the effect that these animals have. And by the way, this organization, Pets Uplifting People, are looking for new recruits, so you might want to get in touch with them if you would like to help. These doggies are cute.
Yeah, horses and dogs and little kids, I mean, how in the world can you miss when you have those?
I don't know whether our camera got a shot. There was one bulldog that had some antlers. It was a bull.
Yeah, that's what I said. It looked sort of like Spud the reindeer.
Okay, all right.
This is a special report from ABC News. The Malta Summit. Now reporting from Valletta in Malta, Peter Jennings.
Well, there is a reason for us to come up and stand on top of a building here in Grand Harbor in Malta. Take a look behind us. It's a little dark now. It's just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in the Grand Harbor, but down there on the seawall, now and just a few minutes ago, you can get a sense of the enormous wave pushing over these great barriers here on the Grand Harbor, which have gone some considerable way to disrupting the summit here on Malta today. Let's go south of us to the island now and take a look at Mazatlan Bay, where the U.S. and the Soviet Union tied up their naval ships, and where also you can now see the Soviet luxury liner, the Maxim Gorky. It is there where President Bush and Mr. Gorbachev have been meeting today, because in the early part of the day, and it has only become worse, the seas even in that bay were too rough for them to get back and forth between the USS Belknap and the Soviet naval ship Slava. To give you some example of how difficult it was, let's take a look briefly at President Bush trying to return a little earlier today from the Gorky to the USS Belknap, where he had spent the night. That's the Admiral's barge from the Belknap, which had gone across to the Gorky in winds gusting up to 50 and 60 miles an hour, trying to get him back on board the Belknap. Now, this is not the absolutely best protected harbor in all of Malta, and we should tell you this is unseasonal weather to the extent that it's been going on for a couple of days now, and while Maltese have this weather in November and December and January, it is never quite as difficult as this. But they had to make a couple of passes there today, and for a little while on this island, there was considerable concern that the President of the United States was in some very heavy seas. But as it turned out, the White House press secretary told us a little while ago the President, at least he says the President, enjoyed his pitching around there in the harbor. Mr. Bush, as you all know, loves to ride fast boats at sea. At any rate, they did get together earlier today. They went on board the Maxim Gorky, which is an old German ship refurbished by the Soviets. And we can have a brief look at the meeting. Very light banter between them all today. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Mr. Bush simply saying that they had lots to talk about today. Mr. Gorbachev saying that all of this weather, by the way, was a Soviet plot to get rid of the U.S. Sixth Fleet in the Mediterranean. And then they sat down in this rather luxurious room on board the Maxim Gorky, where the table was so narrow. It was either Mr. Bush or Mr. Gorbachev. I can't quite remember who said the table was so narrow, if they disagreed, they could kick each other underneath. And then into another rather luxurious stateroom where the two of them had a fairly lengthy one-on-one before Mr. Bush ended the morning session. Then they had lunch on board, and then the President went back to the USS Belknap for some private time, consultation time. Now, he, the President, if we can take another look at Mazatlan Bay right now, was supposed to leave about now to go back from the USS Belknap to the Maxim Gorky, but the wind has picked up so much and the seas are so high there now that we are being told that we cannot absolutely confirm it, that the President is going to stay, at least for now, on board the USS Belknap. They had agreed, even at the President's suggestion, that they go back to the Gorky and then have dinner together. Now, that's the visible story today. There is, of course, a substance story to the summit itself. Our national security correspondent, John McWethy, is standing by in much better surroundings than these. And John, you've already had something of a briefing from the White House people. What did they talk about today? How long did the talks go, etc.?
Peter, they've already managed to talk for at least 5 hours, despite the incredible weather outside. During the first 2 hours of that, the President opened the talks for at least an hour, according to White House spokesman Marlene Fitzwater. And during the course of the President's presentation, he outlined some of the conditions, economic conditions in Eastern Europe. He talked about arms control, and he raised the contentious issue of Central America. Gorbachev also gave about an hour presentation in what is called the larger meeting, and then the two adjourned for about an hour and a half of private talks. Then they had lunch and continued their talking. So they have already touched upon some of the most sensitive issues. How detailed they got in any of those, of course, we don't know yet.
John, thanks very much. John McWethy was actually over in the press headquarters, which the Maltese have very graciously provided for us. And in fairness, again, to the Maltese, this is not the kind of weather they get every day at this time of year. So if you're coming or thinking of coming to Malta for a vacation, let us not having altogether put you off by coming up here as we did. But it really has been a weather story in very considerable degree today, because it has disrupted the summit and may in fact at this point mean that the President and Mr. Gorbachev are not going to continue their discussions this evening. As we said, it was the President's suggestion that they go back to the Soviet ship. A lot of the wags around here wondered whether or not all the rooms would be bugged in time. And someone else did suggest that despite the weather, the President may have gone back to the Belknap because he wanted to have some very private conversations with his own staff, which it would have been, at the very least, imprudent, even in this age of détente, to have in the heart of a Soviet ship. We'll keep you up to date on the details and the weather. I'm Peter Jennings on the island of Malta. Have a good Saturday.
This has been a special report from ABC News. We now resume our regular program schedule.
I can't think of anyone I'd rather work with.
She's a ball of fire all the time.
He cares about people. He cares about the people he works with. He cares about news. He's very dedicated about news.
We're not just here reading facts and figures and numbers and places and dates and times. We're talking about life itself.
I bring certain things to the broadcast. He brings certain things to the broadcast.
We take our job very seriously, but what makes it all work is that we don't take ourselves very seriously.
Coming to Ruth Eckerd Hall, the Nutcracker with the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra, December 8th through 10th. Call the Ruth Eckerd Hall box office now for tickets and experience the magic.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Brown. In the news business, I often see how difficult it is for families dealing with tough situations. But I've also seen how our community has pulled together behind great programs like the Christmas Toy Network. More than 50,000 of our children benefit each year from the efforts of the Christmas Toy Network.
Join us this season by sending your tax-deductible donations to the Christmas Toy Network, P.O. Toy Box, Clearwater, Florida, 34618.
When our company started in 1902, our first store was named the Golden Rule. It was James Cash Penney's way of saying that that's how we should live our lives. So from the Ott family and our J.C. Penney family of associates, thanks for supporting the Christmas Toy Network.
Welcome back again, everyone. We are live. Obviously, we cut away for a few minutes to bring you up to date in the historic events unfolding in Malta.
You just had a chance to sign up for the Air Force, Bill. We have a mini F-16 aircraft in this parade. And there it is. It is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force Recruiting Service, and it's used for advertisement, and it kind of gets these guys, potential draftee types in the crowd, interested in perhaps a career in the Air Force.
And now, we welcome the folks from Venice High School. They call themselves the Super Sound of Venice, from Venice, Florida. 120 members under the direction of Skip Williams.
Very impressive. We want to thank them for coming from Venice, Florida. Now let's check in again with Dennis along the street. Hi, Dennis.
Hi,
Hi, Marlene. We are here with one of St. Petersburg's finest. This is Sergeant Bill Westby. What kind of morning have you had here?
Oh, it's been going real well. Everyone's really been cooperating, and as you can see for yourself, the parade's just terrific today.
What are some of the most difficult problems you run across normally?
Well, basically, the biggest problem you have is getting the traffic to get into some kind of a flow pattern. We quite naturally have to disrupt a lot of traffic in the morning, and we hope the motorists understand that this only happens once in a while, and then when we have to divert you to a certain area, that they'll work with us on it, and everybody has so far. Everybody's really cooperated real well this morning.
Everybody's happy about it.
Well, as much as can be expected, I would think so.
Okay, Sergeant, thank you. Back to you.
All right, Dennis,
Dennis,
thanks.
ask him if he's giving out parking tickets today.
Are you giving out parking tickets?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet. Not yet. You're
Merry
safe,
Christmas
Marlene.
to him, too.
Marlene is saved once again.
Thank you. All right, we have motorcycles.
These are the Goldwing Road Riders Association Suncoast chapter.
Wow.
Boy, and these things are equipped with stereos, CBs. These bikes range in price, they tell us, Marlene, from $10,000 to about $12,000.
It is amazing that they can maneuver like this in such a close area. And you see teddy bears on the back of some of those motorcycles,
Yeah.
but I've seen a couple of live critters. One of them has his dog back there. These guys must have a good time.
Yeah.
And of course, you know they're having a good time across the bay.
Well, they are
Tampa.
because Al's in town.
Yeah, and they were tickled to hear that Al was coming. And we'll check in again right now with Al Rochelle.
Hi, Al.
Hi. I've changed a little bit, haven't I? This is the Jefferson High School Band. We are winding down near the end of our program here in Tampa. We had a wonderful parade today. You know, organizers started working on things here a year ago. They say things didn't really kick into high gear until the spring and then later in September. Actually, what they do is they advertised in the paper and said, hey, any group that wants to be in our parade, come on and let us know, and we'd like to get you involved. Earlier today, these streets were not only crowded with band members and floats, but with about 3,000 people that were in the Jingle Bell Fun Run. The money that was raised from that event will be used, of course, for the Children's Abuse Network and also the Florida Arts Council. Let's listen just a little bit as the Jefferson High School Band goes by us here. Things have begun to warm up here a little bit temperature-wise. We're seeing a lot of the people taking their sweaters off now and enjoying the beautiful weather. Couldn't ask for a more perfect day over here in Tampa. Let's go back to you now in St. Petersburg.
All right, Al Rochelle, thank you very, very much. We are back in St. Petersburg, and as you can hear...
This is not an accident. We are not in the midst of an accident here. We have the Antique Model T Fun Club joining us now.
We're going to go back. We're going to go back to Dennis over in Straub Park. Dennis?
Bill, the whole world loves a clown. That's probably why I got into weather. No, we won't get into that, but we have some clown painting over here. And you are?
I'm Penny the Clown.
Penny the Clown?
Yes, I am.
And who's your friend here?
Teresa, I think is the name. And we haven't decided on a clown name yet.
We haven't yet.
Nah, she's not talking.
Well, maybe you are.
My name's Brian.
Brian, how do you like your new face?
It's fine.
Brian, do you have a clown name yet? Did you decide on one?
Bozo.
Bozo. Sounds good to me. Back to you, Bill.
All right, thank you, Dennis. And now we're going to take you back to Tampa and Al Rochelle.
Well, we're back here again, and what we're looking at right now are the Atelier Dance Troupe. You know, you talk about youth, they have so much energy, and these young people that are in these parades, both the people that are in the marching bands, but also the ones that are doing the dancing, have to keep this up for more than an hour and a half by the time the parade is done. Kids have been out here early this morning, and ironically, some of these kids had to start out in sweaters, and then as things got warmer, they had to peel them off a little bit, but they have so much energy. Not only the kids that are watching alongside, but these little dancers here. Let's take a look and see some of the routines that they're doing. And of course, right behind them is Santa, and everybody's invited to follow Santa to the Festival of Trees taking place in the Curtis Hickson Hall all this afternoon. Again, tickets $4 for the adults, $2 for the children. You'll be able to see about 70 decorator trees that range in price from $200 to $800. You ought to look at some of those trees. They're fabulous. Of course, all the money from both of these parades being used for a very, very wonderful cause here in Tampa. Back to you now in St. Petersburg, gang.
Well, thank you. Hi, Santa.
By the way, Al, did you pass on to Santa my list? The long one? Not the short version.
It took a computer to print it out, Marlene.
Talk to you soon, Al. Let's go check it.
I've been good.
Back to Dennis.
Bill and Marlene, we found Snoopy. I think Snoopy's walking right up to the camera there.
Yes, he is.
We've just lost Snoopy. I want to bring you over here. We'll go this way. This is what they call a surprise interview. Ladies, beautiful arts and crafts. How's business here?
Oh, wonderful. Just really wonderful.
What do you have here?
We have newspaper baskets to keep your newspapers nice and neat and clean. And we have angels. We have all kinds of floral decorations. And rocking horses. Yes. Here's the carpenter here. Carpenter, and he's made all these.
Oh, this is great. Now this is something I could still use right in the weather room there. After a long hard day in the weather chair, just sit down and put a foot up, and it would be all set. Is this something that you start working on in the summertime or a year-round adventure? It is.
Yeah. Next year it'll be year-round. Next year it won't be rushed like this starting in the summer.
Why did you have to rush?
Because we didn't start till the summer. You're going to start in January or February.
Oh, okay. Okay, back to you.
All right, Dennis, thanks again.
That's fun. Now, let's check in one more time with Al Ruechel. I think he said that they were just about winding down, and even they got a late start, so they might have had a slightly shorter parade. Al?
Well, there we go. You're looking at the backside of the GTE float. Santa is sitting there, and we missed him. We had Mrs. Claus here just a moment ago. We also have Underdog, who showed up for the parade. This lady came all the way down from New Jersey to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Underdog. Underdog is 25 years old.
Yes, he originated in '64.
And you represent whom?
I'm here by myself. This is part of a self-induced silver anniversary tour throughout the country.
Well, all of the people that are Underdog fans will like to know that, and all the rest of us that are Santa Claus fans would like to know that lots more activity occurring here in Tampa throughout the weekend as the Festival of Trees continues. Come on down to Curtis Hickson Hall, look at the trees, make a donation, a wonderful cause. Back to you now. Had a great time. Take care now.
Al, by the way, we should explain you are not the world's friendliest interviewer. It's just that your microphone is 2 inches from your lips, so you had to lean a tad forward to hear you.
I'm glad you said that, Bill. You finally explained it. Thank you.
Thank you, Al.
Geez, and I thought he was the friendliest interviewer.
As you take a look at some of the sites here in St. Petersburg, the young ones down here in the Straub Park area, as I guess our parade is thinking of winding down. They're waving. Everybody's going to have a chance to get on television and say hi. And you can see, much the same as Al mentioned over in Tampa, by the fact that many sweaters and jackets have come off. There's a gentleman getting in his aerobics from the U.S. Postal Service.
I wonder if he's delivering today or is he in the parade? Did he take a wrong turn somewhere?
I don't know.
I think he looks like he's working.
Oh, look at this. Yes, sirree. Isn't it amazing what that magic bottle will do? I'll be right down.
Well, this is, as Al mentioned over in Tampa, the weather has been perfect. I don't think you could ask for a better day for a parade. And of course, just north of Straub Park, we have the Ferris wheel that I can see in our distance.
We can
so
see
they
that.
might have some amusements. And
again, as we said, all day long on this Snowfest, face painting for the kids, lots of wonderful eats and what have you, and also the snow. The kids can come and play in snow in 65-degree weather. We're seeing the Pinellas Park High School Blue Stars.
Right, the Blue Star Band from Pinellas Park, and again, a superior rating at a Florida Band Association festivals 8 years in a row. As we have mentioned before, every one of our bands participating in this competition today are already award winners. For many years, they have a proud tradition of turning out some fantastic bands, and this is a very important competition for them because they do go on. Whoever wins this weekend will go on and represent the state of Florida at the Festival of State Band Competition, a very prestigious event.
Yes. Now we're getting ready, and they tell us they're going to be playing Since I Fell for You.
Oh, Bill.
Oh, shucks. Gee.
Oh, shucks, right. It's a little bit more of a jazz entry here. This is kind of nice. Here we go.
Wow.
I have noticed a lot of the drum majors today are young ladies.
Yep.
Very
nice. Once
Pretty
again,
slick moves here.
Pinellas Park High School Blue Star Band from our very own Pinellas Park, and we will be right back.
If you're looking for the best way to save on groceries, I'll save you some time. Just head to Winn-Dixie.
Enjoy WD brand U.S. Choice boneless rump roast, tender cross rib shoulder roast, and bottom round roast, all just $1.99 a pound. Then shop Winn-Dixie and save on beer. Refreshing Busch beer, only $1.99 a six-pack. And Astor Super Blend coffee is $1.29 for an 11.5-ounce bag. Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket.
Big guys can do it all.
Come on, guys! Come on, guys!
But it always seems like you're small.
Now let's play on my turf.
After Chuck E. Cheese, look at all you can do. You can hit, you can score, cause it's made just for you. It's such fun, you're number one.
Yeah, I won!
Chuck E. Cheese.
Just one more time.
Where a kid can be a kid.
Hello, I'm Dick Fletcher. Sometimes family circumstances can change as suddenly as our Florida weather. And when it happens, especially this time of year, it can be difficult for children. That's why the Christmas Toy Network is so important. More than 50,000 children in our community benefit each year from the efforts of the Christmas Toy Network.
Brighten a child's holiday this year by sending your donation to the Christmas Toy Network, P.O. Toy Box, Clearwater, Florida, 34618.
Hello, my name is Peter Parado, and this is my wife, Deborah. I am president of the Tampa area chapter of the Society of Real Estate Appraisers. This year, our chapter is devoting its charitable efforts to the Christmas Toy Network. Be a young child Santa and support the Christmas Toy Network.
And welcome once again. Welcome back to our Festival of Parades, we're calling it, as we bring you live coverage of the events both in St. Petersburg and in Tampa. Here in St. Petersburg, Snowfest.
Snowfest, and we call this a Santa Parade for this very, very reason.
There's somebody we know.
There's somebody I hope looks kindly upon all of us this year.
It's Santa Claus. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, how y'all? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I think I've lost my audio. Merry Christmas.
Santa, hi.
Hi there.
This is Bill Murphy with Marlene Schneider.
I can hear you just barely. Let me readjust an earphone a little
Well,
bit.
I just want to say Merry Christmas. You are looking terrific. Have you been dropping some weight, Santa?
Oh, no. Putting a little bit on. We're
I was
feeling
just
good.
trying to be nice.
Yeah, thank you and Marlene and Channel 10 for being here today. We appreciate that.
A lot of good boys and girls this year, Santa?
Oh, lovely boys and girls. Look at this beautiful group I got on a sled with me here. Merry Christmas. Good to see you, Bill. Thank you
good
for
to
coming.
see you,
too, Marlene.
Santa. I've been real good this year. I mean, real good.
I hope so. Who's that with you?
That's my little girl, Jessica.
Hi, how are you, sweetheart?
Hi, Santa.
Merry Christmas. Hi, Bill Danielle. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for coming.
You told Santa you've been good, Bill. I think
yeah.
I need to
Christmas.
talk to Santa. Has he been good, Jessica? Oh, she has to think about this for a minute.
Yes, I've been good. What did you think?
Sort of.
Have you enjoyed the parade so far?
Yeah.
Well, good.
What was the best part?
Well, I missed my favorite part.
Oh, no.
No, when they throw the coin from the pirate.
Ah, when they throw the money. Yes, indeed.
Gasparilla,
My
that's
favorite
yet to
part. Let's check in with Dennis. Dennis.
Bill, you've just had Santa Claus come by there, and we've found some of Santa's reindeer here. This represents 3 yards of fabric here, and the head is made out of wool. These are wool socks, and these are the pride and joy of Lucy. And Lucy, these are just wonderful, and it looks like you have something else here, obviously handcrafted.
Yes, these are grapevine wreaths that I pull from my own trees in Brooksville, and I sell these every year. I enjoy the parade here in St. Petersburg and the things that it does for the children. So we enjoy it very much.
How do you come up with the ideas for all of this? This is wonderful material here.
Well, I guess I come from an artistic family. My husband's an architect, and my elder daughter is an interior designer, and my daughter Cindy here designs her t-shirts. So it's just things that we think of, and I enjoy doing it. I like to be busy with my hands.
Well, Cindy, are you going to show us some of your artistic work over there with your shirts?
Okay, I've got
Oh, that's gorgeous.
shirts. They're done with silk flowers, and then you take the silk flowers and put paint around the silk flowers, and then the t-shirts, I've got all the way down to little tiny ones.
Oh, there we go. I remember those.
So, back in the good old days.
How long does it take you to make one of those?
The sweatshirts take about an hour to make, and the little t-shirts probably about a half an hour.
That's all?
Yeah.
I could spend a year on that and not even come close. Of course, I can't even launder them, but that's another story. Back to you, Bill.
They come from an artistic family. They have artistic children. When you come from a star family, perhaps your children will be stars.
Perhaps. We shall see. We shall see more of the parade coverage when we continue. We'll be back after a short break.
Coming to Ruth Eckerd Hall, the Nutcracker with the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra, December 8th through 10th. Call the Ruth Eckerd Hall box office now for tickets and experience the magic.
Now, Hanna-Barbera's award-winning home video series, The Greatest Adventure, presents The Nativity. Bring the joy of Christmas into your home and let the whole family share the miracle of Bethlehem, the birth of a new king.
You king? Sire? I, Herod alone, am king.
Join 3 travelers following a distant star and Mary and Joseph on their journey to Bethlehem.
But I have no rooms.
I know. We'll find something. Somewhere.
The Nativity on home video, just $14.95. Or buy 7 half-hour episodes now and receive the Nativity absolutely free. That's right, free.
Share the joy of Christmas with your family. Call 1-800-453-4808 for the Nativity or other Bible adventures. Hanna-Barbera's Greatest Adventure. 1-800-453-4808.
The joy of watching a child open a present at Christmas is wonderful. My husband Wayne and I urge you to join our family and the entire GTE family by making a contribution to the Christmas Toy Network.
You know, this has been fun this year. I hope you have enjoyed it at home as much as we have here, and of course with Al Rochelle over in Tampa.
Yes, this is always sort of my kickoff to the holiday season. As much as I put the lights out on Thanksgiving night with my mom, this is really just the kind of time I look forward to really beginning the holiday season.
Yep.
How do you feel, Dennis?
Oh, this is marvelous. I get into the holiday mood right around Thanksgiving, especially when that first cold front comes through. But then again, when you're a weather guy, you get excited about that. The bleacher stands here are empty. The parade is over for another year here in the St. Petersburg area. The Arts and Crafts Festival, though, going on in both North and South Straw Park is going to be going on all day. In fact, all weekend. Come on out. The weather's going to be perfect. It's been a delightful opportunity to bring you the sights and sounds of what's going on, and we'll see you next year.
Dennis, we've enjoyed working with you this year. Thank you so very much.
Did he see any bargains, do you think?
He probably did. We will check with him. Again, our thanks to Al Rochelle, who did so well over in Tampa, and it has been a pleasure. Once again, this is a tradition working with you, Marlene Schneider.
I enjoy it. And I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a happy holiday season, and a Happy New Year, too.
And we thank you for sharing part of your Saturday with us. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and happy holidays. And to the staff at Channel 10 who did another wonderful job, congratulations, guys. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Festival of Parades, brought to you by Ruth Eckerd Hall, featuring The Nutcracker, performed by the Atlanta Ballet and the Florida Orchestra, December 8th through the 10th.
If you're looking for the best way to save